In this episode, the acid test pushes the limits of musical mind control. The team tests the myth that rock songs with subliminal messages can control your brain. We find out if music can really pump you up, and can a good DJ really control a dance floor? John, Mike, Abby, and Drew are four music junkies on a mission, pushing the limits of sound and science in search of the truth.
Dude, my face is up here.
Get ready to take the rock and roll acid test. From political propaganda to advertising, mind control crops up all over the place. And rock music is no exception. The acid test is gonna find out if the music made me do it. The acid test is about to get mental. First, can subliminal music messages control your brain? Then, can a DJ really control the crowd? And finally, can music really pump you up? From Led Zeppelin to Britney Spears, musical artists through the ages have been accused of subliminal messaging, putting hidden suggestions in their hit songs. Many blame Marilyn Manson's anti-establishment lyrics for the tragedy at Columbine. And in 1994, two 17-year-old murderers claimed they were inspired to kill by a Tupac song. But can a subliminal message really make you do something you wouldn't otherwise do? The rock and roll acid test is going to find out.
Did you guys just hear that?
Hey, go back.
Abby is playing the music backwards to check for backmasking, a technique where words or phrases are recorded backwards onto a song track. The idea is that though your conscious mind isn't aware of the backward message, your subconscious mind is influenced.
Did you say make out with John Law? That's creepy.
Hey, go back. Go back. That one was selling.
I said ream it in the poop chute, I swear to God. I swear.
You know, you want it to say something to you, so you find it in there.
Whether or not it's in backwards records, we all know that subliminal messages have been used for years. Advertising, in movies, subliminal messages can really influence people to do things.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I want to see it.
I think we should record a song and stick some weird saying or just even one word in it that'll just make someone do something totally crazy, and we'll test out people on the street.
All right, I'm down.
The team wants to get to the bottom of this classic myth, but mind control is tricky territory. So the team brings in an expert to help them get a handle on subliminal messages.
I want to show you some very cool things that will change your entire mind and the way you think.
Ricky Kalman is a master of mind control. First up, he's going to use his hypnotic skills to show the team just how powerful suggestion can be.
3, 2, 1. Eyes closed, sealed shut. Head drop like a rag doll.
Using classic hypnosis techniques, he proves to the team that if your mind is open, you can be persuaded to do almost anything.
Right up in your chair, the balloon gets higher and higher, higher and higher and higher and higher. The balloon is so strong.
Suggestion is a powerful tool. But how powerful is it really? The team is going to record a song with a subliminal message. Will the acid test prove that subliminal messages in music can really influence listeners? We're going to find out. But first, the acid test is going to test the myth that a DJ can control a crowd. People always say the DJ makes the party, and any regular club goer knows when the dance floor synchronizes in time to an awesome beat, it's all due to a maestro in the booth. In September 1996, a DJ set a new world record by getting over 72,000 people to do the Great American Chicken Dance at the same time. But just how much can a DJ influence a crowd? Does mind control extend to the turntables? To test this myth, the acid test is going to see whether or not DJs really can control the dance floor.
Are you guys ready for your mission?
Hell yeah.
Here's the plan. There's 2 dance floors. The DJ's gonna be up there spinning music. You're gonna mirror the DJ. I'm gonna be inside our mobile command center here communicating to you guys with our video conferencing. We're gonna give him commands that he's gonna tell the crowd and make them go really crazy. Your cameras and your code names. Cat Scratch Fever. Yes. Sloppy Seconds.
I love sloppy seconds. Can you get them to do anything you want? As long as they're into it, I got them.
We need to get them doing some crazy tonight. Yes, we're gonna do it!
John and Abby are in the club, feeding instructions to the DJs as they throw down the beats. Mike masterminds the operation, stationed in the acid test van, monitoring live feeds from John and Abby's spy cams. He calls out the challenges and measures the results.
The Superman dance. Let me show you how the Superman dance works. You're flying, you're flying, you're flying.
But will these DJs really be able to control the crowd?
Yeah!
Since the dawn of mankind, people have gotten in big groups and danced. From our heartbeats to the electrical pulses in our brains, human beings are ruled by rhythm. And when the beat starts bumping, it's in our nature to get with our peeps and do the booty shake. But will these DJs make good on our primal nature and prove the DJ mind control myth?
Something about the power of music that makes people want to get loose. Gonna see if we can get John to get his DJ to get some of the ladies spanking the dudes out there on the dance floor.
Communicating via a Wi-Fi connection, Mike instructs codename Sloppy Seconds to provoke some ass slapping.
Let your classic freak go, girl. You got to get down. 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 Into a little mama just
Harder.
no drama, just
Let's see if we can get them to do something else.
The crowd is definitely responding to the DJs, but you won't believe what happens next. Will these DJs prove the myth of dance floor mind control? Then,
On your mark,
let's find out if music can really pump you up.
go!
In this episode of The Acid Test, we're exploring the link between music and mind control. Can the team use music to control people's minds? Then, can music really pump you up? But first, it's back to the club to test the myth that DJs really control the dance floor. To test the myth, these two turntable veterans have tried to get the crowd to do the Superman and the Spank. They've had some success, but not the massive dance floor synchronicity they were hoping for. The team decides to give them one more shot.
Let's see if we can get them to do something else. Hands in the air time.
Is the evidence enough to prove out this myth?
Get down! Look at that, we got some hands in the air.
Evaluating the live feed footage, Mike concludes that a significant majority of the dancers, over 60%, had their hands waving. And remember, they were guided only by the DJ's musical manipulation.
Those DJs had the crowd going nuts.
They were spanking some ass. It was awesome.
With that kind of synchronicity, the Acid team has definitely proven that DJs do have powers of dance floor mind control. Now it's back to our subliminal message myth to find out if music can really control your brain. Back at the Red Barn, the team is about to test the myth that subliminal messages in songs can control people's behavior. By composing an original song and loading it with subliminal messages, the team is going to see if they can actually control people's minds.
You know what? If you leave us in there long enough, something will happen.
Meeting with hypnotist Ricky Cowman gave the team an idea of exactly how potent the power of suggestion can be. But now it's time to pull it back into the realm of rock and roll and see if the myth that music controls your mind is really true.
How about you sing this one, I'll back you up, okay? Let's go back in, let's do it. Hit the play button.
15 times, 14 tries. Kung Fu monkey will make you cry.
The phrase Kung Fu Monkey will act as the trigger, designed to evoke a certain response in the listener.
Disco
This is a huge kung fu.
In the field, Ricky will prep each test subject, suggesting their openness to the trigger phrase and its desired response. But the song will have to do the rest.
Mike, that had Grammy written all over it.
The song's done, and the team is ready to put the myth to the test. But will Kung Fu Monkey be able to control people's minds? We'll find out.
My job is done.
But first, it's time to find out if music can actually pump you up. Any music lover knows the energizing power of a good beat, but some believe it goes further. Many professional athletes use music to pump themselves up before the big game. Padres pitcher Trevor Hoffman enters stadiums blasting Hell's Bells by AC/DC. And Yankees Mariano Rivera can't throw straight unless roused by the strings of Metallica's Enter Sandman. But how much influence does music really have over athletic ability? The Rock and Roll Acid Test is going to find out if music can really pump you up. To test this myth, the team is going to see what kind of music helps people pull this huge van the furthest.
We've got 3 teams and 3 genres of music, and we're gonna find out which genre of music gives them the most strength.
Each team has 30 seconds to pull the van down this color-graded track. Marked off in 1-foot strips, the track lets the team accurately measure the distance of each pull. The team has brought in some volunteers, Catholic school girls, roller derby chicks, and cheerleaders.
Woo! Yes! Ladies, are you ready to do this?
First up, they pull with no music to establish a control.
And the gloves are on, and they're ready. You ready? Yep. Come on! Nice! Okay.
Grab the wood! Got the wood! Got on your marks!
Get set! It's moving.
Jesus!
Without music, the nearly 2 tons of van proves hard to move.
15 seconds!
Pump those pom-poms! Yeah!
Stop!
All right, that's it.
The numbers weren't that impressive. With no music, each group of girls pulled an average of less than 13 feet. Will music get the girls' juices pumping? First up, hip-hop.
John, could you please turn on the music?
Repetitive rhythms elevate heart and breathing rate, bringing more oxygen-rich blood to the major muscle groups. But will music work their gluteus to the maximus?
3, 2, 1, stop!
Mike, where are we at?
29 feet.
The presence of music is having a huge effect on strength. The average pull length of each team was 30.6 feet with hip-hop versus 12.3 feet with no music. But will the effect be the same across the board? Or do some genres get you going more than others?
Let's see what pop does.
I wanna shout!
Hip-hop tends to have a downbeat, while pop's upbeat is more driving. But will that have an effect on pull distance?
That music is horrible!
No one had any love for the pop song. But the presence of music had a huge impact on the girls' pulling ability.
Just wanted to go turn that crap off!
Pop blew hip-hop out of the water. Sorry, Snoop.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
The final test is rock, and the team could never have predicted these results. Up next, we'll find out once and for all if music can really pump you up. And then, the team takes musical mind control to the streets to prove the myth of subliminal messaging.
Thank you, Los Angeles!
This episode of the Acid Test asks, can music control your mind? We've already proven the myth that DJs can truly control a dance floor. And later, the team will find out if subliminal messaging can really control your mind. But first, can music actually pump you up? 3 teams of girls are testing the effect of music on their ability to pull this huge van. Pop and hip-hop have definitely improved performance.
Mike, where are we at?
It's unreal 29 feet.
The average pull has increased from 12.3 feet with no music to 30.6 feet with hip-hop and 35 with pop. But will rock rule when it comes to pumping them up?
All right, ladies, this is the last heat. This is your chance to shine or die.
On your mark. Get set.
Come on! You can do it! Go!
Rock has a driving, energizing beat that gets the adrenaline pumping and the van moving down the track. The effect of rock music is huge on the girls' pulling strength.
All right. Look at you guys. Oh, my God.
46, 48, 50, 52 feet.
It's the cheerleaders!
Rock music helped the cheerleaders pull the van the furthest, but they weren't the only ones who got pumped up by music. From no music to the most powerful music around, all three teams' pulling ability increased by a shocking 300% when rock was played.
Yeah, we're awesome.
The acid test proved music can definitely pump you up. And when you really need that extra push, you gotta go with rock and roll.
So, ladies, I guess we can all agree that rock and roll is the best.
Now let's get back to our main question. Can subliminal messages really control your mind? From Tupac to Marilyn Manson and even Britney Spears, artists have been accused of putting subliminal messages in their music. But to test the myth that subliminal messages in music can control people's minds, the Acid Test team has composed their very own subliminal message song to see what we can get people to do.
Got all the way up to my pelvis and I started screaming!
With Ricky on hand to help their test subjects get into a suggestive state, the team takes to the streets to put this myth to the test.
How you doing? I'm Abby.
Hi, I'm Ricky Kalman.
Hi, I'm Murphy.
Nice to meet you.
Adrian, I'm Abby.
We're doing an experiment about relaxation.
Have a seat. I'm gonna count backwards from 3 to 1. And Justin, as I hit 1, close your eyes. Is that fair enough?
That sounds fair.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good. Eyes closed. In a few moments, I'm gonna wake you up from this hypnotic state of mind, but I'm gonna give you a subliminal message, post-hypnotic suggestion. If you hear a song that contains the word Kung Fu Monkey, Kung Fu Monkey, Kung Fu Monkey, you're gonna transform into a heavy metal rock star. Your mind will truly, dramatically change from who you are to a rock star. You are gonna think that you're a rock star.
One of the key strategies used in composing the test song was repetition, a technique also used in brainwashing. The human brain is susceptible to patterns, especially in highly suggestive states.
Wide awake, wide awake. How you doing? Good.
Put the headphones on.
But will the repeated lyrics produce the desired response and prove the myth that music can control your mind? A suggestive state simulates the mental openness of an attentive fan. So with Ricky's help, the acid test is going to find out if musical mind control is actually possible. This is rock and roll mind control of epic proportions.
And that's when I saw Kung Fu Monkey. She was staring at me, and I stared back, because I couldn't believe I was actually looking at a Kung Fu Monkey. Hey. Oh, yeah! And I thought, is it gonna happen? So I did the same. I put my arms up in the air all monkey style. And I said, what's up? You like to show back and roll? Monkey, 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 monkey. And that monkey charged me. And I looked at all my friends who were tripping on that. And I said, hey guys, out there.
Come on, rock on!
And they all happened with these crazy big shots. It must have been the acid. Yeah, I blame it on the acid. But I
Who's a
swear
rock
I saw
star?
that monkey.
You are.
Thank you!
Yeah, hey, you're awake. How's it going? Do you have any idea what's been going on?
You are in a Cookie Monster band because you were like.
Now let go of your hand. You're gonna remember everything you did and feel an amazing rush that you thought it was really cool. Ready? Watch.
That was so weird.
How do you feel?
Wow.
Yeah?
With Ricky's help, the team has definitely shown subliminal messages and music can control your mind. Be careful what you listen to.
That's an awesome song.
You like the song?
Oh, yeah.
We recorded it last night.
I'm so good in it.
The acid test proved that music can pump you up, pimp you out, and control your mind.